Welcome to another On The Wire live show here at the P&J Live Arena. We are in Aberdeen, the Granite City. We had an amazing night last night. We're back with another studio show. We've got another track walk going on behind us. These are great. If you've never been to one of these, get yourself booked in and see what really goes on down here on the arena floor. But we're not here to do that. We've got some more guests, and we've brought in an industry player. He is, but more than that, he's more like, I would say, a nanny in looking after a couple of riders. Already got him here. Mr. Ed Warren, owner, proprietor of Kex, but also very much Tommy Searle's
dad.
Basically.
Dad, yeah,
I mean, I'm not literally, let's just clear that up.
No, he's off screen here already.
He's vlogging already, you can't see him off screen, he's loving every minute of it. Ed, first and foremost, congratulations, welcome, and everything that you've been doing with Kex and all. I want to shake your hand with that because it's not easy starting a brand, particularly in this game.
No, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, if I'm honest.
It has. Just remind me when that started, because, like, you know, we're in the industry, and the years seem to roll into one.
They definitely
You're going to shock me now and say I started it back in.
The initial planning of it was 2017.
Yeah.
And it was all trademarked, and sort of all the bits that go with it before you actually make a product was probably a year to a year and a half in the making. And 2019, mid-2019 was the first time we launched the brand and the website with just 10 products, really. 10 printed underwears, 5 printed underwears and 5 classic underwears.
Yeah.
And then, now we're doing women's underwear, merchandise for Billy Bolt, Tommy Searle. It's a bit wild, really.
It is, because you've had such a background in the sport, you know, with the videography. So why? I mean, great. Why? What made you sort of steer towards underwear? I mean, that sounds a bizarre question, but just in our industry, I suppose, because the riders are always
just kind of spent a lot of years doing marketing for other brands through videos and photography, so I sort of understood a little bit about that. And then a lot of clothing brands are sort of already about, and I've seen T-shirts and hoodies, and I was like, you know, I need to do something a little bit different to that just to stand out. We didn't really have anything like that in the UK. Started it with the underwear, and now we do the clothing and other stuff, so it's branched out into it, but just to be different.
It does as well, and I've got to say, I did put these on because I know he's coming on, but look, I'm running the socks. They are quality there.
Yeah, but you've not got any of the new Arenacross merch on.
No, I haven't, mate. I'm not through wanting it. I'm going to blame the production crew for that, for not supplying me with enough. That's not exactly true. Of course, as well, you started a brand, but you also had, and it breaks me to say it because he's probably somewhere in earshot, you know, you had a good ambassador to get this thing going. So how was that conversation with Tommy? He's like, you know, I guess he's been an integral part of the whole thing, is he? Or do you just try to keep him out of that side of it?
He's my performing monkey, really.
Brilliant.
No, he doesn't really get too involved in anything to do with the brand. I let him pack orders once, which was a massive mistake, because everyone got the wrong stuff. But he's sort of a good face for it, and obviously throughout doing his vlogs it's helped. Yeah. And the agreement we both have together is, you know, I'll help you with your vlogs, you help me with my brand. And through that then started his merchandise as well. So it's weird, it's a bit of an odd dynamic. Obviously Billy Bolt's involved as well.
I was just going to get to
with
that,
the vlogs. So there's the three of us, all individual. Kex is mine, their merchandise is all theirs, and the vlogs, each one of theirs is theirs. But together, all three of us, it just seems to really work. So
it does, absolutely. But you've been an integral part. Surely you I think, correct me if I'm wrong, from the outside looking in, it probably looks like more that you kind of drove the guys towards thinking about social media and vlogs. Am I right in that?
Yeah, again, I sort of understood the video editing before any of those guys did, and the photography and videography. And Billy always wanted to do vlogging, but he could never do it. And it started, during COVID, there was like the last round of Billy's World Championship got cancelled, so on a Tuesday afternoon they rang him up and said, oh, you're world champion, so it was a bit flat for him. So I wanted something good to happen, really, or something to show, so we decided that we'd build a super enduro track, film this like video as if it was the last round, let fireworks off, so he had like a bit of a moment. And while we were building that, I said, oh, we should just film all of the building of the track and vlog it, and just, even if we delete it, but we've done it, we've got the footage. So we started doing it, put it all together, and then it was like, let's put it out and see what happened. And you know, it took off for him, and then we carried it on with a few more videos here and there, and then Billy's a little bit different to Tommy. He really got into it, and he loves cameras, loves editing. He literally, I don't edit any of his stuff anymore. He does it all himself, and he's really took it and ran with it. So it's been good for him. And then off the back of that, Tommy appeared in some of his.
Yeah.
And you know what Tommy's like. You've known him as long as I have. He's a donut at the best of times, bless him. And his character shone through. And just said to him, you need to start doing this and brand yourself, and they have. So
it is cool what you see on Tommy's vlogs and both their vlogs. They are those guys, and that's what I like about it. Like for example, when Tommy, when you gave him, he opened up his camera, and that made me laugh. When there was a little instruction that you printed on there, so just like idiot-proof, so he can get it right.
Last night, in fact, we were filming last night, and this is how unorganised he is. He rings me up middle of the night show. I need a battery. My battery's flat, and I'm all right. Here you go. Run and meet him with the battery and send him on his way again.
It's been good. I mean, are you? Let's say surprised, or must be happy with the response to all. I mean, I know they're individuals, but you've played such an integral part of that, and even the podcast, which is great, and the two pro, one slow. I mean, that's brilliant. The name's brilliant. Is that your idea?
No, it wasn't actually. We actually put that on Instagram and said, "What's this? What's the name for this?" And it's so good. Like obviously they're both professional. I was never a professional rider, so again, great name, and the podcast works well together. But I feel like you can, in this day and age, especially with like the power of YouTube and the power of social media, you can brand yourself well, and they've sort of now individually got their own brands, which is massive for sponsors and events. And like Tommy's here, and he's sort of almost got like a second career out of British motocross and vlogging, just because I've always known him all my life, and I know he's funny, but when he's so serious and drilled into it throughout the professional years of like World Championship, people never knew that of him, and now they do, and they go, "Oh, you're funny! Like you're actually a good crack."
It grates me to say it, but he is. He's incredibly sarcastic. Your relationship with him has gone way back to when he burst onto, like the actual pro scene. So how did that even come about? How did you even get to become friends?
So back in what year would it have been? 2004, I think it would have been. Jamie Dobb, last British World Champion, he was on a bit of a comeback with RWJ Honda at the time, and my dad's company sponsored him at the time. He did a year, it didn't work out, and then he decided to start a management company and look after younger riders. One of his first riders was Tommy, and I had the track still back then, a smaller version of the motorbike track that we've got now, and he said, "Can I bring him up and ride?" And I just sort of met him there. Yeah, so I've met him through Jamie at the age of, I think we were 16.
I think 16 or 17, if I remember right.
16, 17. It was Tommy's first. I met him on Molson when he was on his first Molson ride. And then,
so he was 15 then.
Yeah, so I must have met him at 15 and then started knocking about them at 16. So, God knows.
And that was it. And you were off. And then we spoke to Tommy on the Talk Moto podcast the other day about you went off to America and all that. And when he went there, I mean, he was saying, like, I really wish we recorded more or stuff like that. You might be able to find some files one day, because I'd love to see that.
That's where he's lied to you.
Has he now?
Because I've got all the files.
And quite right.
And he is so embarrassed about his fake American accent that he won't let me put them out.
Ed, please put them out. Please
I've got
put
loads
them out.
of it. I've got loads of footage of him. Literally, again, he just turned 18, I was 17. Moved to America, no parents.
Yeah.
He'd got a house, and it was me and him. I originally went for 3 weeks, filmed a video randomly, and then KTM North America saw it and said, "Can you stay and work for us?" So a 3-week holiday turned into 3 years working for them, and it was literally me and him knocking about, just clueless, absolutely clueless, like children, basically.
Yeah,
so
not a lot's changed. You've matured. He stayed pretty much where he was then. Ed, it's a pleasure to talk to you. By the way, this man's done all the merch as well for the Arenacross Tour. So if you are coming out to Birmingham or even here tonight, and in where we finish off, Wembley, get to the merch, buy because it's good quality, as it is. Good stuff. Mate, we'll let you go and probably have to film and give him battery packs and whatever he's got to do. He's coming on again in a minute, actually.
You've got Melnick.
I know.
He's another one that blossomed from the vlogs.
You have got your work cut out, mate. Fair play to you. Ed,
cool.
Go and get yourself ready, because he always seems to catch all the crashes and everything. He manages to get
stand up in the stands.
Talking of which, that's a perfect
Come here, it's my turn.
segue to the next guest. Let's get him on. Look, he's so keen. Mr. Mel Pook, who is very quickly starting to be branded the name Media Mel.
I don't know where that's come. Well, I do know it's Tommy, and any chance Tommy to take the piss out of me or make a name on me. At least it's not like Ginger or Ginge or.
Mate, he's threatened. That's what it is. He is threatened.
Worried eyes.
Worried guy that you're going to be like the main guy for it all. Obviously disappointing that you've gone out of this tour, because you bring so much to it. And by that, I mean, you've had incident, but you bring a lot of energy.
I know. You got to have the winners out there. We were talking about this earlier. You need the winners out there, but also you can't have the race without guys like me out there. And I like to feel like I do bring the race in the mid-pack and do bring the excitement to the table. But at this time, it's tripped me up. Have a couple of crashes, I'd say mildly big crashes, I don't know if you agree or not. And
yes, mate, I would. Obviously, I was nearly on the tail end of one of them.
I'm glad I didn't flatten you.
No, it's only because you panic revved. If you'd have been on a start, mate, you'd have nailed me. I wouldn't.
That's the thing about these starts; they're worrying for a couple of riders, And Adam Chatfield nearly got caught out by one yesterday. Zaragoza landed right alongside of him. I was scared for Adam, but he didn't know it was coming. But we need like a bell on them things or something like that.
I don't think we're going to be in a position.
Put a Coke can in the spokes.
Ding ding, I'm coming through. Yeah, like that kind of thing. But mate, you've embraced this. I know, again. For those of you who don't know Mel, I've got to bring you up to speed with the backstory. Obviously, you top level youth rider, came through, won a European Motocross Championship.
Yeah, proud of that.
Yeah, so you should be, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And pushing on and trying to push for those British titles. Then, of course, you had the incident, a horrific injury where, you lost most of your thumb, part of your thumb, which obviously pushed you back.
Yeah, it's a hindrance.
To come back from that,
it was a challenge.
Monumental.
It was my challenge for myself. Can I make it back? Can I ride? Can I deal with life in general, opening Coke cans and jam jars? Then the next challenge was, obviously, I want to go back racing. Am I worth any money? Can I make it back to the top? Am I trusted on these bikes? Can I hold on properly? There's a lot of internal battles that I had to deal with coming back to motocross, and it took me a while. And the support of the team managers and the teams that gave me a chance to do it, revived my career, and I got back going again. So there's a lot of people out there, I still say thank you to for it all. But long time motocross rider trying to turn my hand to Arenacross. Is it going well or not? I don't know.
I think it is. It's going great. Well, just touching on that path of life, then that probably got to be like the biggest thing. You must be like very proud of coming back from that, and I'm guessing from off the back of that, probably think in your own mind, I can achieve anything. In life, I meant, to come back from.
Yeah, it was a big challenge, mentally, physically. Every angle of a challenge, like even recovery from such a big injury. I had 12 operations on my hand, so every time I sit on my bike, I know the risks of riding a motocross bike, and it does come thick and fast sometimes. And I still haven't learned. So
no, you have, mate. But the thing I think
I'm 31 years old.
But that's why I asked that question, because I think it's given you you understand what's important because of that.
Yeah.
What really matters, and to you, riding a dirt bike.
Yeah, that's what I love.
Really matters.
I had a little break from the sport, and COVID gave a break to everyone. I think it was well needed for me, and I missed it.
Yeah.
I didn't miss the rough and tumble. I didn't miss the bangs and the wax, but I missed the environment. I missed the familyness of this that it carries. There's a lot of people here you don't see if you don't go racing, and that's what's dragged me back into sport. And when I got the chance to do Arenacross, I got tracked in by Nick, that's running the dirt store now.
Yeah, come on. Whose initial idea was it? Because you come back. Listen,
a bully called Tommy Sell.
You came back, didn't you? Like and jumped into a few British rounds, but it was the Evo thing at at
Fox
Farley. It
Hills,
was the
what a brilliant event.
Yeah, that really I think really got you back in. 'Cause
Yeah.
you was riding, but
Yeah.
not the level of competition.
No,
and
no,
that.
yeah.
You
I
know.
was just batting around my back garden,
Yeah.
riding at home, and done a
that-
couple of local races. And Fox Hills come around. Thought, let's do that. Let's build some Honda 252 strokes and go and see what that is. Wow, what an event! If anyone's not been, then put that on your list.
Definitely.
That's a good one for the summer, and come cheer the boys on. But no, going back to what dragged me to Arenacross, a couple of very bullyful phone calls from Tommy Sale. You are racing Arenacross. I said, Tommy, I've never done it before, and I'm worried for myself. And everyone stood in the stands. I can produce some big crashes if I'm not careful. But no, Nick and Tommy pulled it together for last year, and we managed to pull the team off the side of Revo with Sam and Mark Yates. Let the deal go, and that was me.
Were you nervous? Were you at all nervous?
Very nervous.
But have you've done some indoor stuff before?
When I was young, I used to train a lot with Zach Osborne.
Yeah.
And he used to thrive off the Arenacross races in America, and not so much mainstream ones, just sort of ones that were in and around where he was living. And I did a couple when I was in the teenagers, but nothing like what we've seen out here with me and the carnage I've caused, unfortunately. But it's been good fun, and yeah, just unfortunately this time it's tripped me up. I've ended up with a bit of a broken rib, and I can't sneeze yet. I start wandering around when I start needing to, But no, I'm okay in general. I'm really hoping to be back for Birmingham next week.
And I know you would be, because you still were contemplating riding.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah, even at the time, like when it happened, you were definitely. I could see the look in your missus's eyes. She's like, I'm reining him in on this one.
I know.
We got kids and everything now, but your mum is also like.
Yeah, I know. This new crash reel that we put up. I just hope that she doesn't see that, so I can be allowed out the house to come and do this again next year.
Yeah, mums rule the roost, don't they? Like, yeah, we got maybe
Sorry,
we shouldn't be playing that. It's great that you're already thinking about next year, though. I mean,
of course we are.
Yeah, I mean,
Why not?
What has been the best moment of it? I mean, is it
Hanging out with you, Jeff?
Oh, thanks, mate. That's very complimentary. It's the buzz, isn't it? Like,
It
it's
is.
not just about the riding. So
No.
it's twofold. You're lining up on a gate, adrenaline's buzzing. There's only one person that would do that. He is a weapon, isn't he? He's a weapon. Oh dear. It's a good job he's not riding, as he'd nail you.
I'll have to tell Matt Bates on that.
Oh, look, it's all right. Take your time. Look, see, let me do that. Let's see. I told you there's some good camaraderie around here. We'll talk about that.
He's the fan favourite, but I'm going to have to give him a reality check.
That's what I'm saying, mate.
If he's racing Birmingham, I'm going to bring my wrecking ball for him.
People are jealous of you. You're getting all this limelight. Yeah. So what is it? The buzz. What's the highlight of an Arenacross for you? Is it being on the gate and the gate drop?
It's a
That's
bug.
more than
It's in me. I can't get rid of it. I'm sorry, but it's stuck, and it's going to be here for a long time coming. I don't know. Something about that gate dropping.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Put a helmet on. I just don't know. It's racing a motocross bike. I had it from an early age, and it's still in me. So may it continue.
Do you reckon Arenacross, obviously motocross hard graft, to do a full season of motocross?
It's tough.
You went into a few last year. Do you think Arenacross, because now family man, all this thing, and it happens just sort of one part in the year, is that going to give you a bit more longevity in riding at a top level?
I think so. It's definitely helped revive my career and my profile. You know, it's given me a great few more years bolted on the end of, I guess, my career. I look back at it and I was proud of what I've done. I never want to try and better myself for what I've done. Anything now that I'm racing for is for myself and to try and produce coverage for the team and and just be here for the good times. I do know that I'm on the over the.
No, you're.
Do you reckon?
You might. You're referring to riding.
Yeah.
Regards of
But no, I am going to do.
Your star status is on the rise.
You
mate.
reckon? Thank you. But no, I am here to do the British Championship MX2 class for the Dirt Store Kawasaki team. I'm going to be back training, and I already am back training and riding and putting effort in behind the scenes. Last year I was kind of a turn-up rider.
Yeah.
And having a stab at it, which I did feel like I had a good stab at it. But no, I'm really hoping to get my head down and arse up and do some training. And you know, I'd like to stand back on that podium as much as I can. You know, I was jealous of Elliot last year. He was pulling out the bag a few times, and you know, me and him have got a lot of racing history together. And I thought if he can do it, I can definitely still do it. You know?
This is great news. I'm so glad you're sticking
my hairline isn't as far back as his, so I can.
I'm loving all these little jibs and stuff that you're all getting at each other.
I know.
Right,
it should be good.
We'll let you go.
Thank you.
Go and kick Billy McKenzie in the shins.
I know. Well, who does he think he is?
Just go and have it.
Just because I'm in his own town, he can't treat people like that, can he?
He's down there. Look.
I know.
Go and give him a backhander around.
He does know there's no vets class here tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hey,
he
have you told him that?
No, he ran out of steam. Hopefully he's got a bit more. Right, you go and get. Thanks, mate. Go and get Tommy to come over next.
I know. Don't let him bully me either.
Mate, it's up to you to stick up to these bullies. Let's have the headphones. Mel Pook, always a pleasure to talk to. He's now going to go and kick Billy Mack in the shins. We've got all the big hitters here. We've got Tommy, as we said, who's, to be honest, is starting to doing... This man here is now starting to do more presenting, more talking than me. God, do you know what? I think if he's not riding the last couple of rounds, I might just have a word with Matt Bates and Nina and just say, draft him in.
I'd probably charge less than you as well.
Probably be it. Yeah, actually, I think you'll be better at it as well, truth be told, so I've got to watch my back. Last night then, you was out there filming. What was your assessment of last night?
Good night's racing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The best actually racing was the Pro-Ams.
Brilliant.
Top three in that. Battled all weekend.
Yeah.
Brilliant. They're just inside, outside. I think matey Josh Greedy, who ended up winning, was third going into the last lap and won it. And he'd gone from first to third, then back to first. So if you're watching on this tonight, watch the Pro-Ams because it's good racing.
Did you see the one behind closed doors today?
Yeah, watch that as well.
That was awesome. I think that was even better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Every single race they've had this weekend has been brilliant.
Yeah, so you got to watch that. Now let's talk real serious now because we always mess about with stuff. Mel, he's stealing your thunder, isn't he?
He's too much.
He is.
It's all gone too much. Yeah. He keeps asking Matt for more money. Like, I'm the one that sells the tickets, not Tommy. He's telling Ed, I'm the one you need on the vlogs, not Tommy. He's telling the team owner, I'm the one you need on the bike, not Tommy. He's gone mad.
You know, off screen, I just got to tell you this. He's just come in and sat real, just because he wants to hear what
he's trying to get back in the camera.
He is. Yeah. No, he's walking away. He says, you don't need to watch it back because I'm going to tell you. He said that you're responsible for dragging him into Arenacross. So basically you've shot yourself in the foot.
No, he was retired, wasn't he? He stopped after COVID. He was stopped.
Well, he actually used the word bully.
No,
he said you bully him.
Yeah, he was retired, and then I started it again. Well, I just carried on as I did, and then I can't remember how it come about. I think what happened last year, and then I got him racing. Someone got injured maybe on the team?
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan Walsh got injured. Yeah. So I said to Mel, do you want to come and ride? And then anyway, he always done a little bit of practicing at home, and then he came and raced Fox Hills. And he's just quite a good racer, isn't he, Mel? Like, he's nothing special practicing, but when he puts his helmet on, he can race.
Yeah.
And that's just how he is. It's how he's always been. Some people are like that. Some people are faster at practice track and can't race. He's the opposite. He just puts his helmet on, he changes, and he can race a bike. Just not round Arenacross track.
But he's trying.
Yeah, he tries. Yeah, but everyone sort of got to the point where we're a bit scared to let him back out on an Arenacross track. Matt Bates included, team manager included, his mum and dad. Even the fans are warning him, you shouldn't be out there, mate. You're a liability.
Well, he's got to get a track built. I mean, he needs to get out on one more, doesn't he? Really, basically.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, and that's somewhat a little bit the trouble with a lot of riders. Is it's hard for us to practice this, and then the tracks are quite technical. They're not over technical. They're safely built, but when you've got nothing to practice, then you come into arena and everything feels that much more closer. It's all like you feel not trapped. I don't know the word, but everything's over the top of you. It's intense. Yeah. So you can make quick mistakes. Decisions have to be made quick, and if you do make a little mistake, there's hay bales or tough blocks and fences. So it gets a bit crazy.
I mean, I keep banging this drum, but yeah, we need somebody to invest in a big building.
We've got the Essex Works, great guys up in Sheffield.
Yeah, and they do a great job, but they've got the floor spaces, they can only
got
do
to
what they
cater
can
to the
do.
masses, and there's
Exactly.
only so many riders that race Arenacross. But
Yeah.
yeah, we do need a track, but then it's someone. There's only a few of us to do it, isn't there?
We'll have to start leaning on a few people, won't we? Let's talk about your replacement riders, for you both, actually. What do you think of their performance last night? Because you had, like, Pierre, you know, and he was quick in qualifying, but it just didn't quite kind of go his way. Have you given them any advice, or have you just left them because their own devices, because they're obviously experienced riders in their stuff?
I've been trying, but they speak very little English, and I can't say much. I speak very little French. Jean-Paul Tommy,
Brilliant.
Zabahit, England.
Was that your only?
That's it.
That was your only French
yeah,
lesson
so I've
before?
told them I live in England, and my name's Tommy, and then there's only so many times I can tell them that, and I've got really nothing else in the.
We're on the same page there. I think
vocabulary.
Same page. I think I learned that in my first 2 French lessons, and I switched off after that.
That's
so
all I've got.
That's
3
all I've
years.
got. Yeah.
3 years in Jahabit, England, but he knows I live there now
It's embarrassing,
anyway.
really, isn't it, that we don't speak? Terrible, really.
It is bad, but and then so Thomas speaks a little bit of English. Pierre speaks nothing. So Thomas is translating for Pierre, and I think they're both really good. And Pierre's a really good racer, as is Thomas. They both have different traits. Pierre's really good in the whoops, really good in the whoops. But then they do silly things that I'm trying to fix, but it's hard to explain it because they don't speak English.
Yeah.
So I'm going to speak with them before the heat races because they got just a couple of things, and I believe they could both be on the box, but especially Pierre because he's so fast in the whoops. He seems to be able to race through. He's a bit bigger, so he can muscle his way around, but he got caught out on the start and then at the crash, and he come through the 5th. But it'd be great for the Dirt Store boys, all the effort they put in, to see one of them up on the podium.
I was just going to say, because it would be quite, I wouldn't say easy, but, you know, for the whole team and Nick and everybody backing it to sort of go, we're going to struggle to find replacement riders, but, you know, because it's hard at this point, and they've gone out and find, you know, two good riders to fill in for you guys. Do you reckon your ride's in jeopardy?
Miles is gone.
Is it already?
He's gone.
Oh God, don't tell him that. He's building his whole hope on being like the face of Arenacross 25.
He can be the face, just not on a bike next year by the looks of it. But it is exactly what you said there. The Dirt Store boys, the easiest thing would have been said, it's just, let's just focus on outdoors. But everything Matt does, Kawasaki does, Dirt Store, Nick, John, they all want to be here. They don't want to just be a flash in the pan. They're here to stay, and they want to put. If you walk through the pits, the setup is great. All the bikes are great. There's no stone left unturned. They want to do things properly, and they want to also support the series. They're supporting the British Championship. They're supporting. You can see they're sponsoring it here. Passionate about the sport, and they want to invest in it, which is not what a lot of people do these days. So credit where credit's due to that, and hopefully we can stick around. The Dirt Store can take off, the online store. So if you do need anything for bikes, parts, clothing, go there because they're supporting the sport, and that's what we need at the minute.
I know we're seeing another side of you, or the actual side of you on the vlogs, but you genuinely right now, with where you're at in the career and the team, seem as happy as you ever been. Like, so you know what I mean by that is you're racing, but you can't. The team's sort of, I wouldn't say built around you, but you're an integral part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's got to be a good place to be.
No, it is. I think I touched on it yesterday. It just feels like the team's a lot more personal with me. Their family, or not family, they're friends. Do you know what I mean? It's a real close-knit team. Ed's quite involved a lot with it, and Nick's usually involved, but we're friends as well. And I'm happy being around them, coming around a weekend like this. We're all together, we're all hanging out, have dinner together, and we're just trying to do the best we can. And it's nice to be surrounded by people like that. So it brings out the best in us. We can be ourselves, and if we can go racing and we can win, that just makes it all the better. So I am gutted that I'm not out there, because I think I'd 100% be fighting for wins, and that would make them well happy. I think if they could just get a podium now and get their monkey off the back, because it's been off to a rough start, and it'd go a long way. So hopefully one of the boys can do the job tonight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Right, go and set Mel straight. Just get him to.
Gone. It's too far gone.
Is he gone?
It's gone.
He's gone.
You just got to leave him be.
Oh, he said, well, you're going to have to bully him then, like he says.
He's directing the vlogs. He's telling Matt
look
Bates.
at him over there now, for those of you who can't, yeah.
He's telling Matt Bates how to run this place and where he needs to be in his pictures. And he tried putting his picture up on the freestyle ramp earlier. He said, these three up here, I need them gone. I need to be up there, just my face. It's mad.
It is. It's out of control. So there you go. Tommy's going to try and sort Mel out. Who have we got bringing in next? Let's bring, well, he's already made an appearance somewhere. Yeah, where is Billy McKenzie? He's, okay. He's actually doing the live stream, the pit walk. And now you've got to come over here because I'm waiting for you. Here we go.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Sorry, mate. I'm taking priority on this one.
We're on a schedule here.
Yeah, we are on a schedule. There you go, Billy. It's been an interesting 48 hours.
Yeah,
for us.
Was it turned into 72 now?
Is it? For you, I don't know. We spoke yesterday. You rocked up. You bought a bike. We went through all that yesterday.
All that, yeah. So look, today I'm a bit tired. I've not got the same energy as I had yesterday when I was in here, like flat out.
It showed, I have to say.
Well,
we could slowly see you just the energy level starting to drop.
Listen, man, they put me through the meat grinder. You know, I had to go the heads to heads, the LCQ. You know what I mean? I was doing interviews for you. Like I barely had time to breathe or sit down. So
that's Arenacross, man.
Absolutely. And you know what? I got chucked in the deep end. I gave it a good crack. I made the main. Like I think, you know, considering the circumstances, I was in good positions in the heat races, and I let it slip. Otherwise, you know, I might have had a bit of a break and got my breath back and been able to complete the main event. But listen, just happy to be here, get the laps, and like I said, they've purpose built a track for us here in Scotland. It's dry, it's lit up, it's graded, it's sweet, mate. It's red carpet stuff. AX is providing for Scotland right now.
You looked, you were incredibly quick. You jumped back in on a stocker, you know, through the whoops and all that stuff. But as you said, the energy levels started to drop.
Just dialing it in a little bit. Like the standard bike is great out the crate, but the rear shock and the gearing for AX, I would have to do a little bit of modifications, but you know, we just didn't have time, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to go and like try and blitz a win. I'm just here for laps. But you know, the bike's coming with me. You know, I'm learning it a little bit more, as everyone does with a brand new bike. You do have to learn and get used to it. So this is the perfect place to do it. It's actually, you know what I mean? It's like an extreme place to do it, but I'm jumping levels right now in getting bike time and getting used to it and figuring out a brand new KX450. So I'm thankful for all of it, and I know the tweaks that I can make and the improvements, but I just don't really have the time tonight. And you know what? Again, if we want to keep going on about, I'm an elder rider, and I'm not
elder rider.
Yeah, I'm using that ticket tonight. Well,
you don't normally though.
No, I
don't.
Said
you're just a racer. You're not. Age has nothing to do with it.
Nah, I try, but I guess I am the oldest guy here, and you know, it did show a little bit last night, especially. I haven't been to the first few rounds. I've jumped into the deep end. I've gave it a good crack. And you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed myself last night. And I really enjoyed just getting into the track and figuring out, you know, the 1% on the bike that I need to improve for the next time I ride it and go racing. So all in all, it's been absolutely perfect. You know, I've got some good starts. I've like practiced how many starts?
Yeah.
You know, I never practice starts. I will not go to the practice track and practice starts and just burn my clutch out.
It's probably a long time since you've been off grid. Well, Mesh, is it?
No, British last year.
Right,
they had,
of course,
I had a few laps last year, but nah, I mean, everything's perfect here. You guys do a great job, and I'm just happy to be part of the show, to be honest.
I was going to say, you say about being an older rider. I think
tonight I am.
Tonight and last night as well, though, because the bit that I know is obviously jumping in. You haven't done it, all those things. You're not. I know you're not a person that makes excuses. Let me do them for you. You were doing that, but it seems like that level of maturity. Because if you'd rewind in the same position, and you were like 10 years younger, I think last night you would have tried to sort of push through that moment where you know, like, God, I'm getting tired. But
you're
age
right.
and experience.
Listen,
you went.
Mate, you've been around a long time. You know a racer's mind. You know exactly what would have happened if I'd tried above my level last night. Like I have to be mature and understand where I'm at. With my fitness, with everything, with my age, you know, with the extremity of the track and everything that goes into it. I've got the experience, which is, you know, the mature thing to do, and that's back it down when I can't hold on, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I could hold on, but I just wasn't going as fast as those guys. They were hitting triples. They've got their bikes dialed in. They've been doing this for, 3 rounds?
Yeah.
So, look, I was just happy to be part of it. I got my feet wet last night. I got loads of laps, and the kids were loving it. Look, I had all the young team rock up, apart from one little one. He wasn't here. He's moving house tonight, but they were all here cheering me on. I was sneaking them into the pits and stuff, and so I've got local support, you know. And it was good to see. It was good to see everyone, and they did spur me on, especially when you're touring me around and reminding everyone, look, me and John, we're the Scottish tribe here. We're here to perform for you. This is what we're here for. It does G you up, and it does give you that little bit extra to get off the start line and put it in a good position. And then for me, after that, if I can get into a good position, I just want to try and bring it home. Now, in the heat races, I wish I could have just held on a little bit longer. I might have qualified through the heat races instead of going through the meat grinder with the head-to-heads and the LCQ.
Mate.
It really took it out of me. But listen, it was a great show. Everyone was loving it. I did well with the head-to-heads.
Oh, you did great.
I liked having space on the track. Two guys going around, Elliot's as mature as me. He knew what was going to happen. I was on the inside of it.
So this is the first corner right behind us, okay? And sometimes head-to-heads, they drop the gate. You got to be really switched on. They drop it really quick. You didn't get quite that good drop in the head-to-heads as you had prior, but you still tried the hustle in this first corner.
Oh, mate, I tried to just push Elliot off the track, but not aggressively, not spitefully. No, I'm just I'm on the inside. He knew it, so he leant even harder on me. So there's two vets riders going in that first corner, and yeah, he got the better of me. I didn't quite push him hard enough. So well done, Elliot. He's still riding really good. And I just need to follow suit, really. I just need to get my, get the little turbo going a little bit more, the little motor. In practice, I didn't really try and go fast this morning because I was tired. I don't think I slept till about 1:30 or 2 in the morning. But and then it was back up, crack of dawn.
Oh, talking of which, so you did find some, because let me bring up to speed. If you didn't see yesterday's one,
I got
he rocked
hotel.
up. He had no hotel to stay at. He didn't have any clothing. Didn't know what he was doing. Just rocked up to ride.
Well,
so you did manage to find a bed.
Oh, look, mate. My team sorted me out. They bought the bike. They wanted me here. They wanted me here chatting with you, and that's what they got. And so I got a hotel room last night. The girl came up. I got dinner, everything. So they're on their way back up today. They had to dart down to Dundee and do another day's at work because they're shifting right now. They've got shit to do. Sorry, but they're on the way back up because they loved it so much last night. And as long as I'm on the line, I just want to try and get through in the heats. I do not want to go to the head-to-heads again. So. Yeah, what are they, 10, 8 laps?
Yeah, the first one's shorter than the second one's a bit longer. Yeah.
I'd rather do that than get into those head-to-heads again. Although the head-to-heads were super fun, I want to try and avoid them tonight.
Just get straight, and then you might have a bit of energy to make a bit more of a stab at it in the final.
Maybe, yeah.
So the whole experience, you've made it quite clear that you've loved it.
Man.
Who knows where we're all going to be a year down the line, but let's say if you're in a position, you're still riding, you're feeling healthy.
I'll be riding a long time. Listen, if Brownie's still doing it, like I told you, I'll still try to do it.
But I mean in this, would you...
Yeah, look, as long as you're here putting on this type of show, I'm available. Yeah. I am available. Sign me up, So it's good that the crowd come and support it. It's good that we've got the Scottish people out their houses in the winter. You've done a good job there, but you've provided them with a nice, dry, beautiful, warm arena with an excellent track, super technical racing, and a whole roster of the top riders. So, I can only take my hat off to you guys.
We're gonna make even more of a bit of a thing tonight. We're bringing you out last in the rider parade to really G all the fans up for you tonight. We've got a few more people in tonight, so
yeah. Sunday's going to be the big night for you guys. That's when the football stops. The Scottish football. I don't know what the Scottish do in their time, but. They're all going to be here tonight.
I've told you before, stick to riding a bike because I've seen your football skills. It's more like rugby, but there we go.
Lethal.
Well, look, go and get yourself suited and booted, kitted up, ready to do your thing. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, God, we've not got much time, have we?
No, it's all bang, bang, bang.
I know,
Arenacross.
I was in bed and I kept getting all the texts, and I'm just like, Jesus, I'm going to have to go and do this all again. But I'm here now and I'm in the zone.
Yeah,
so,
you'll be fine.
Thanks, Jeff.
No worries. Have a good one, mate. There you go.
Have a good one,
McKenzie, representing Scotland. No worries. Let's get, just to show that we've got an international feel, I'll just hold on to these. If he's somewhere in the background, we're waiting for our next guest. In the meantime, before he gets here, I'll just give them to them. Just get them on. There you go. So if you are obviously watching YouTube or on AXTV, remember to basically subscribe, buy the package. You're going to get to watch tonight's action, then obviously Birmingham next weekend, and then a couple of weeks after that in London where we wrap up the series. Next guest is Mr. Jaden Ashwell. Jaden, I hope that seat's big enough because you're a big old unit. Great to have you here. you've kind of come into the UK now for the last couple of years from, let's get this straight, from Zimbabwe, because a lot of people think you're from South Africa.
Yes, I'm from Zimbabwe. Yeah, my family is all there and all friends and everything, so they're all tuning in to watch. So
here's an interesting fact that you probably didn't know. You're a Zimbabwe Summer Series champion. You must have won it at some point.
yes, I have.
1994, I won it.
I was minus 2 years old.
Thanks for that. I feel so much better that you was not even born. You've got some brilliant tracks down there in Zimbabwe. Well, you did when I went there.
Yeah, the tracks are still good.
Yeah.
And Summer Series is still going. I raced it. I've just come from racing it now.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
you've been not home in between Arenacross?
No, it's
but
in
just
December
prior to
time.
that, yeah.
And then, there's a few French guys and Americans and stuff that came this year, and it was good. It seems like it's getting built back up, so it's decent.
Yeah, it is really cool. So what brought you to the UK? What's the connection? You just wanted to spread your wings a bit more? Obviously, was you following British motocross, or was there just, I don't know, like how did it actually get you here? Have you got family? What's the deal?
Well, my grandparents live here, and I'm on a Zimbabwe passport, so it was hard for me to go anywhere else. So the easiest place for me to come was the UK, because I go on ancestry visas and stuff, so I should get my British passport within the next year. I went to America for 6 months, and then I obviously couldn't stay and work there, so at least here I can work and ride. So that's why I came here. I came here in 2020, which wasn't a good
seems
time.
longer than that. It seems like you've been here longer. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Literally.
I know, it's bizarre. Yeah.
Done lots of racing all over. Try race as much as possible.
Yeah.
Where I can. And then this Arenacross is awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah.
You get to travel so many different places, and it's good, intense racing, but it's clean. You don't have to wash bikes and do all that other stuff.
That's the first time I've actually heard a rider say about what normally it's like they don't worry about that. It's just their kit. So for a rider to say, God, I don't have to wash a bike. I guess you get to do that quite a lot at home.
Yeah. Well, would do all my own bikes as well here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So how's obviously the guys at AJP, a good bunch, a real passionate bunch that, they've taken you under your wing a little bit. So how's that working out? Where do you live when you're in the UK?
Living in Hereford. I was in Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
So then moved to Hereford because I work for AJP as well, doing the stainless steel pipe work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the week, and then race the weekends.
So what was the connection with that? You just got to know them and they offered you a job and they just wanted to support you? How did
I was pretty much just driving around, racing, just me and my wife out of the van with our own little tent, and I was doing everything myself, and they came to me and said, who do you ride for? I said, no, just ride for myself. They said, no, we've got a team, come ride for us. So I said, perfect. And then been with them since I think 2021 or 22.
Oh, that's I love stories like that, because that's giving you a base here to work from.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was the driving force to come to the UK though? Obviously you had the opportunity to it, but what made you go, right, I'm going there and I'm going to live there and I'm going to do this? I mean, was it what you saw on the coverage or the history of heritage of British motocross? I know you said about the passport thing made it easier, but
British motocross is solid. The speed here is ridiculous. I've won lots of stuff back home, African champion, South African, Zimbabwe and all that. But here, this pace is good, and I'm still building up to that pace because it's intense. And there's so many guys, even if one guy falls, there's another 10 or 20 that are still coming.
Yeah. And this tour, I mean, you make it, you're riding well, you're performing well. You feel like, because you don't get Arenacross as such, I mean, I know you have some supercross kind of events back home.
Yeah, it's supercross, but it's nothing like this. There's doubles and triples. We got more, it's safer for the kids and everything.
Yeah.
So we're not used to all this big stuff.
So how are you finding that, adapting to the aggressive side of racing? Was it a surprise to you initially? Because all you guys have to, if you're new to anything like this, it's learning on the job in front of 4,000 or 5,000 people every week.
Yeah, it's intense, and I just try stay out of trouble. But sometimes it finds you, sometimes you find it, but you try avoid it as much as possible. And it's intense. People are going to park you on the inside, so you try to guard the inside. But if you guard the inside, they're going to come around and they've got you either way.
Let's talk about the tour, and particularly last night, because for a moment there, you was probably in the worst place you could be as a rider. We had two Scottish riders in second and third in the LCQ, right on the bubble, and you was the guy that was right behind them putting some heat on. Were you aware? I mean, you just wanted to get in the final, but was you aware last night, thinking, did you ever once think, God, I'm not going to be very popular if I overtake one of these two?
Yeah, I knew if I'm going to make a pass, I have to make it clean. because I could hear the crowd the whole way around on that LCQ.
Yeah.
And I was in fourth, and I was just like, okay, waiting for them to make a mistake, waiting for them. There was like last lap, and I was still not making a mistake, but luckily just after the whoop.
Here, literally here, it happened behind us. You must have, that was like, because we've only one straight to go when that happened. You must have been elated under that crush helmet when John stalled it.
John stalled it, and then I came off the inside, and I was like, Billy was just in front of me. I said I could go for him, but I'm comfortable with third, happy to go into the main.
What does it mean for the team as well, for you guys, because you're a new team as such, on Suzuki's as well, which is real cool. So it's good to see that brand out there. What does it mean to the team when you guys reach the final? Because it's not just about you. Like it's a smaller team to a degree. And like I said, you're there working for them in the week even.
Yeah.
And a lot of work goes in. So it must be like rewarding and a big buzz when any of you actually make the final.
Yeah, the main goal is to get into the main. And then once you're in the main, you got to try get as good a position as you can. But as soon as you get in the main, everyone's happy. Like even parents back home, everyone's happy just to get in the main. And then obviously what we can do from there. Yeah.
The live stream, so it must be helping because, so people back home. So remind me, what is it, 2 hour time difference? What is it, about 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah, 2 hour.
Yeah,
they're
so
2
not
hours
too
ahead.
bad. They're 2 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So they got to stay up a little bit longer, but not like they're probably watching right now. So that's
Definitely
cool.
they are. Hello, everyone.
That's good. So what? Maybe then, we might see some more riders from Zimbabwe and South Africa if they know that you're doing it. Do you feel that? Do you feel like you're a bit of a ambassador for Zimbabwe motocross?
Yeah, there is, but the motocross community in Zimbabwe is not the biggest, so they don't venture out too much. There's a few very good riders, and I'm sure they will make an appearance. I think a few do come and go, do the motocross scene, but not too many.
So what's the long-term plan? You're going for you said hopefully a British passport, and hopefully you'll get it if the government are watching. Give them a passport. So what's the long-term plan, to try and just stay here? Because how old are you now?
I'm 27 now.
Yeah, so you still got some good years in the tank.
Yeah, so do a few more years maybe, but then I think the end goal is pretty much to go back home to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And we'll live there. My parents got a company, so we'll go work for them. Got brothers that working there as well, so...
That's like extended holiday, basically.
Yeah.
A motocross holiday for the next 2 or 3 years. That'll be bang. And what's your expectations beyond Arenacross then? Because I know you're going to be racing some outdoors. Where do you sort of see yourself? Have you got a target for outdoor motocross where you position? And what series are you going to be doing?
I think we're going to do a few of the British rounds. We're going to do the Service Nationals. And then I think there's a new Nora.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, so pretty much just try race wherever I can. That's the goal.
In between, but tonight, the rest of the tour, what would you be really happy with? I know it's making the main, but actually as a result in the main, obviously everybody wants to win.
Yeah, everyone wants to win. My main goal is to leave here healthy. To be honest with you,
that's enough for you.
I'm happy with that.
Well, fair enough. As I said, it's good that you're out there. It's great that you've travelled. Obviously, and we bring an international flavour to it all. Wish you the best of luck tonight.
Perfect. Thank you.
Avoid those upsetting any Scottish riders because we don't want to make you unpopular with the Scottish.
Especially Billy and I, both 211.
Yeah,
don't get him started.
I'm going to go there because he said, "Look, I got to go and see that guy because he's not having that number." Has he actually approached you about it?
Yes.
I knew he would. What did he say?
Oh,
he just came bold.
He said,
up.
I'm the original 2-on-1. I said, I've been a 2-on-1 before I even knew you.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But yeah, fair enough. He's got good credentials and whatever.
Okay. Well, we'll call it, for the sake, because you had it first in the series, we'll call you 211A.
Oh, thank you.
And he's going to have, 211B, but the B could stand for Billy.
And A for Ashwell. Perfect.
I'll tell him that. I'll work it out. Don't worry. Jaden, you go and get yourself ready because you've got to come out.
Excellent.
Good to talk to you again.
Thank you so much.
There you go. There goes Jaden Ashwell on the AJP Suzuki. And we are going to bring in... last but certainly not least, the current championship leader. Sounds good. Although he hates me for saying that because commentators put curses on things and all that stuff. How you feeling, Mr. Jack Brunell? Are you feeling a bit better today? Because I'm not making excuses for him. But a little bit under the weather this week. But you're looking more perky now, mate.
Yeah, I feel better this morning. Managed to get a bit of sleep last night. Obviously, probably a bit tired, so got some good sleep. Had a little sleep this afternoon, and feel a lot better today.
Yeah, and how's it with the team? Obviously, you're leading the Stark Future team, leading the actual championship regards of the team, and you in control of the red plate. But you're gonna have to fight for it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I knew I was obviously going to be in with a chance of being there or thereabouts. Obviously, a couple of guys got hurt. And then obviously Harry's come in. Harry's riding really, really good. I feel like I'm riding good. Justin's riding good. There's a lot of guys that are riding good. You just need to obviously be thereabouts. The track was technical, really technical last night, so it was good. Just got like a nice start and finished third. Happy with that, just to get away with a third, and just need to keep getting podiums. And then listen, we'll have to see where we are at the last round, and then see if we can take the championship.
They've made a few little amendments from yesterday. How are they working out?
Yeah, it was good.
The track, I mean.
Yeah, the track where they just put a lip on one thing. Yeah, it was good. I struggled to get out of the corner on our bike, so yeah, I managed to do that in practice. Was third in practice actually with the times combined. Felt really strong in practice. So take it into the night show in the first heat, so get a fresh track, and yeah, just try and get a solid couple of heats, and just save it for the main final.
Going into the final again, you know, you're unfortunately a rider down now. But that's not. How does that affect you as a rider? I guess you got a tight team going on over there, but there must obviously come a point where it's Jack Brunell and not the team. Did you know what I mean? So, at what point in the evening do you go? I'm not. That's the team's problem. I'm here to do what I've got to do.
Yeah, obviously with Eddie's gutting in it and not having Eddie here, but then we've obviously got Jorge.
Yeah,
representing on the start. So we still got 3 riders out there. Gutted for Eddie because he puts so much effort in, like we all do. Obviously we're there all the time trying to get better, and we're trying to teach him to get better. So yeah, it's a shame about his shoulder. So hopefully see how bad it is, and maybe he can be back for Birmingham.
Yeah.
But if not, maybe Jorge's going to step up and race. It's all down to Seb, I guess.
So how is that? We said before you're on it's a factory team as such. So how's that working out with? Because Justin's really helping Eddie a lot, and I know you like to help young riders. Do you feel that sort of level of responsibility? Because you see a young kid taking on, he's now sort of learning Arenacross, Eddie.
Yeah.
And he's done a little bit of indoor racing, but is that something you enjoy? Like, because you got to put a little bit of energy their way to help them along.
Oh, like the team, like I said, it's so comfortable in there. Everyone wants everyone to do good. So like Justin said, just to see one of us on the podium we're happy, because that's what we want. Eddie's obviously a lot younger than us, so I see things in him like I used to do. Listen, I used to be the fastest person back in the day, but then I would crash. So you just got to try and balance it so that you can still be fast, but you just got to use your brain a little bit. So we've been trying to say to him, right, just calm down. He's got the speed, because at the test track he's really good. So just got to try and get him used to it, get through this year, which obviously we want to try and get him through the first year just to learn it, and then just keep building on from that.
And what's it? Seb's not here. Sebastian Tortelli, team manager, not come to this one, but he will be back for Birmingham and London, I believe. What's that been like? Because they're pretty much, for Arenacross at least, not including the other races that you do abroad, you've been on teams, but you haven't had a sort of team manager that's been like there at the high end and done it. So what's that like, having somebody that's giving you advice and stuff where you kind of go, yeah, fair dues, you kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
how's that?
It's good having him. Like I said, in Manchester, he come off and he was like, he goes, you're not riding the bike properly. He said, you need to use all the corner. I was like, Seb, this is how I ride. He said, no, you need to use all the corner, like carry your corner speed. That's how we need to do it. I said, all right, cool. So I did it the next time and I went fast. He said, see? And then in the night show, I obviously was a racing, so we used all our racing lines. He said, that's the racing line you use, what you use in practice. That's perfect. So I know he gets to see it. He's been messaging us, telling us, messaged us last night and said, right, let's change the sprocket. Like he said, change sprocket size, go up a couple of teeth to give us some more bottom. So we did that in practice, and like I said, I felt really good. So I've done that. And he's still since been sending stuff saying, you need to come into the whoops faster. So he's watching it from somewhere.
All the time.
So don't worry, yeah, he's there watching.
I love the fact we spoke earlier on doing a live thing in the pits, and you said about the gear change, the change in the sprocket. It's funny with all the petrol bikes and whatever. And you actually said to me earlier on, I didn't even know we could change the sprocket. I suppose because it's a different thing, and you probably just put that at the back of your mind. It's all done with
obviously the electrics, whatever. But you can change the horsepower and stuff. So yeah, he just said we change the sprocket like you do on a traditional bike, and you'll get more from the bottom.
Talking of the stock, then, so you're really starting to get to grips with it now. And tell everybody, so this is not a 1-year gig for you, is it?
No, I've got a 2-year deal. So 2023, 2024, Arenacross. It was Arenacross only, but I know that they're trying to push through the SX Tour, the French series. So we'll see there's obviously there's 4 of us to push into that, so we'll see what their plans are, and then there's obviously lots of plans for them to go racing. So obviously, as I'm on the team, maybe like we could fly to places like maybe Australia, because we're allowed to race in Australia.
Yeah.
So that'd be really cool if we could go and maybe just do the 3-round series of that. That'd be unbelievable.
Wouldn't it? I mean, just
just opens doors. Yeah,
just not for the racing.
No, that's it. Just to an experience. Like, but obviously we want to be competitive. So that's the biggest thing. And like in Arenacross, I feel like I'm competitive, and I know I can do good. I've done it for years, so me jumping on the bike is it's been really good, and I've really enjoyed it.
Let's rewind, because we had a moment at Manchester. Listen, we've highlighted it. Now it's all sunk in, and you won your first Arenacross at Manchester. It was an emotional night. Now you've had a bit of time to think about it. How's that been? I mean, you must have been sat home with the family and all that, because I know how much it meant to you. It must have been good when you finally come down from the euphoria and the moment, and then just gone, yeah, I'm glad I've got that done. Yeah,
it's like you said, it's hard, isn't it, to win races. Like Tommy went out and Conrad was still there then, so to come straight out and win, yeah, I was over the moon. I couldn't believe it, especially like first real race for the guys and that as well, and the factory. Like I said, I went out the week after, the little red plate there, they had the championship leading red plate there. They're all so happy. Like I was just walking through, they're like, well done. Like so happy, all the emails come through saying like congratulations. So for them it was really, really good. Both took a trophies home for the boys. And now the little one, that's it, he's racing. We're going Revy racing now, we are.
Oh.
So that's all my kit comes hopefully next week from Ben at Madison's. So I'll be seeing you, Jeff, in Sheffield. I think it's March 23rd, 24th. We're Revy racing now, because he comes home, so I have to have it on every night. Like the little one, the 3-year-old Marley goes, Dad, we watch Revies, so I have to put it on. Then Bodie's there watching it. I said, you learning the track, Bode? You got to get ready. And the little one's like, come on, Bode, you can jump over them boys. So honestly, excited. I'm really excited to get the kit hopefully next week from Ben. That's good
though, because so you've made a conscious decision as as a parent and gone, no, we won't. We'll get them into the scene quite, because some people like to go, do you know what? we'll keep them on a bike for a little while and then do that later. But it's been such a big part of your life, isn't it? Across the board, you're a family that do it. And
listen,
it
I don't
so much
push
to
him.
you. No,
the bike sat in the garage. He hardly ever rides it, and like for him to say, "Yeah, I want to come and race it, Dad," I was like,
so he just
cool.
come walking up. Like,
well, I brought the trophy home. He goes, Dad, I want a trophy, and then I was like, oh, there's probably some races maybe you could do. You're only
you see, that's what
you're only 4, but we'll have a little look. And then he's like, I said, you could probably ride your little electric bike. And then Tommy's got obviously his little one.
Yeah.
So hopefully in Birmingham, gonna bring it. They're coming to Birmingham, so I'm gonna bring his little Revy, and we can ride it after everyone races. I think for maybe 5 minutes just to go around the track. So
that's so cool.
Hopefully I can just kit him all up in all his kit and take him out for like a couple of laps on track.
Look, I'm not trying to build like future generations of like rivalries and stuff like that, but the fact that Tommy's bringing his boy and you're bringing yours and we're putting them out on an Arenacross track already, that's amazing.
Yeah, because they come to the track with me and they love Little John. That's all they go. And they're like, will Little John come and watch me race, Dad? I was like, it's quite a long way to Sheffield, Bodie's, for him to come and watch you, but they love him. When he's got like a little Saron, so he takes them on them rides around the track with him. Then I have to put them on the Stark. And they really enjoy it. So listen, if they want to do it, I'm sure I've got enough people in contact to say, listen, can you please do me a favour? Like I said, Ben at Madison's, I messaged him, so he's hopefully going to be kitted in O'Neill top to bottom and get it cheap. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
Oh, mate, what a great way to end this this little show here. I love all stuff like that, bringing next generations in, and that's what it's all about. So look, we wish you the best of luck tonight, and obviously the rest of the tour. Go out there, smash them. Obviously, like I said before, without overselling too biased, I know how long you've been chasing it. So if you can get this thing done, it would be amazing.
Yep.
Best of luck tonight, mate.
Thank you, Jeff.
There you go. That's Jack Brunell. He's going to go and get ready. That's us done. Remember to subscribe and get involved with everything we're doing here at the Arenacross Tour. Obviously, we're trying to build AXTV, but follow us on all the socials as well. Birmingham, go online. There's still tickets available, as there will be at Wembley to wrap this thing up. It's been epic so far. We're just over the halfway stage. We've got 3 to go, starting with round 6 tonight here at the P&J Live Arena in Aberdeen. So once again, folks, we'll park it up there. Go and do whatever you got to do between now and showtime. Get yourself ready, because you are going to see some amazing race action tonight. Hopefully Billy McKenzie and John Adamson will set everybody wild in here, and we're going to have an absolutely cracking night. So we'll see you in a little short while. Hold tight, because round 6 is on its way.